You're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone. I am your unofficial celebration tour correspondent, Stefan, and tonight on the show, we have Ange and her daughter, Viv, who attended both nights of the celebration tour in Toronto. Welcome, you two.
Thanks you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So we just discovered this in the pre-show. Viv is 13 years old and is the youngest person we've ever had on the podcast. So congratulations, Viv. You've accomplished no greater feat. Nobody's ever going to beat your record now. It took us 6 years to get somebody
awesome.
in there. And I love that, Ange, you're helping the youth of America learn, you're in Toronto, right?
It's my responsibility.
Yes, that you're past. So before we get to Toronto and your thoughts on the show, Ange, tell me, how did you become a Madonna fan? When did you find her?
Borderline, and being pressed up against the TV as a kid, as a little girl, and being like, oh my God, I want to be her when I grow up, and just all those things. And, open your heart as well, like just that whole time period. And then just hasn't stopped, right?
So you were with her from the 80s.
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Nice.
All the way through.
And did you ever think one day I might have children, I'm going to introduce them to Madonna?
Well, it's a dream, of course, to always have a daughter for me. And it was emotional for sure. Like, and she's the right age as well, right? Like, so she can appreciate, understand, and observe, all the things. Yeah. And she loves art and all things artistic. So nice. And for you, Viv, I guess she'll talk about it, but like, sure. Her mind was blown, and I was just a mess, of course, like just hugging her, like crying, and, just all those things. And I felt like every time I see Madonna in concert, one of the key things is as soon as she comes out on stage, I just transform into this little 8-year-old girl that like pressed up against the TV. And I go there, and then I start crying and all these things. So then I was like, I felt the same age as her when we were there together. So
that's cute.
It was fantastic.
So you've seen Madonna a couple times before. When was your, like, how many shows have you seen her?
Yeah. So way back when was Blond Ambition nice. in Toronto. Nosebleeds, touching the roof. Girly show. I've been to them all. So nice. Even Madame X and MDNA in Detroit, and a bunch in New York, and a bunch of places as well. So
fun.
Any chance I can.
But Viv, this was your first time ever seeing Madonna?
Yes. It was incredible.
So just for a little background, have you ever been to a concert before?
Yes.
Okay. Who have you seen?
I've seen a lot of people.
Harry Styles,
Weekend, Arcade Fire.
Yeah, just those ones, I think. Yeah.
No Taylor Swift, no Beyonce.
No.
Okay. Are you fans of people like Taylor Swift or?
Okay.
who other than Madonna, let's say, what type of music do you normally listen to these days?
Mostly pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's on heavy rotation right now?
Harry Styles.
Okay. Yeah. Any pop women that you're listening to, like Ariana Grande? Does she do it for you? Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Ava Max. Who else is like? I'm trying to think of who like the big pop people are these days. Other than Taylor Swift.
It's mostly whatever's on the radio, I think, too, right?
Yeah. That also comes into account.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So compared to the shows that you've seen, how do you rate Celebration Tour? So you went, and I'm sure your mom probably talked it up a lot and was sort of like building up expectations. What did you think, having never seen Madonna in person?
It was a 20 out of 10. It was amazing. it was really fun. It was incredible.
Yeah.
So obviously your mom's exposed you to Madonna music, right? Like you've been growing up and like hearing Madonna music, or what is there an album or a specific era that you resonate to more on Madonna? Like, do you like 80s Madonna more, 90s Madonna, or don't you? I'm wondering, maybe you don't even realize the difference. It's all just one big Madonna.
I kind of just see it as a one big Madonna.
Yeah.
I love it all.
Okay. So had you seen some of the shows already? Like, obviously all of her shows are sort of online or on, DVDs or whatever.
I've seen a bit. Yeah.
And so you loved it.
Yes.
What were some of your favorite parts of the show?
Well, I loved how she incorporated her kids into the show as well, with all the music. And I loved the outfits. It was
nice.
incredible.
Well, I was going to say you're very well dressed. I like this as a I like the homage to 80s Madonna with the hat that's sort of like very open your heart, that the little kid that she dances with, and open your heart, very good. And also very desperately seeking Susan. And yes, so you've got vintage. Is that vintage, or did you buy that at Celebration?
We bought that at the tour. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm loving the accompanying top that's going along with it. It's
The dressy up jacket.
Yeah. Exactly. I like it. It's good. It's a very mix between like early 80s and very Keith Haring-esque, and almost like the what's the skirt that she wears in Borderline? I mean, I know that's like a lime green. That's sort of like
that's a Vivienne Westwood skirt, actually.
Yeah. So it's sort of like giving me a little bit of that. And thank you for decking out your room. Very Madonna. You've got like, there's Confessions Madonna behind you.
Yes.
I have that Vogue Madonna poster as well. What else am I seeing? So I'm seeing a lot of Celebration Tour merch behind you, because Ange, you did VIP, right?
I did on the second night. I did VIP. I did Immaculate just by myself.
So you got the dirty jacket.
I have it right there. I know. I'm like, Viv, you can't take this one to school.
No,
there's boobies involved in here, but it's right here, right? It's fantastic.
The not suitable for work or not suitable for school jacket.
Might go grocery shopping in it. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that would turn some eyes.
Yes.
And then I see a little Bitch Madonna T-shirt behind you, and there is that a Madonna revolver throw pillow that I see.
Yeah, it was a gift.
Nice.
A couple years ago from a friend of mine.
Love that.
You just have just stuff.
You've got tons. I'm just narrating for the people who won't be watching this.
Oh, okay.
And then, so Viv, you're wearing obviously a fan favorite and podcast favorite. You've got the D-Tet T-shirt on.
I do. Yes.
Yes, and then I see lots of jelly bracelets and some lace gloves too. Yeah.
Yes, I had to do like the Vogue. We kind of shared it, like.
Oh. Very nice. I love it.
Yeah.
You're wearing one glove and Viv is wearing the other. Very nice.
Like
fun. Oh, that's cute. Nails are nails Madonna? I can't see your nails.
No, they are not. They are
that's
not.
okay. Oh, okay. You can't manage everything, right? I mean, you're a mom with kids,
Yes.
It's so Viv, tell me, what did you think? So having been, I'm sorry, not Viv, Ange, you tell me, so you've been to Madonna shows your whole life.
Yes.
What was it like seeing her at the Celebration Tour, having seen her in the past?
You know what? The first night we were on the floor and we were like at the catwalk at the end, like with a big
where Bedtime Story cube comes up. Yeah,
exactly. And so, and originally the tickets I didn't, because the maps, right? Like they kind of alter when you're so I thought we would be more on the catwalk, but we were actually at the box thing. So that was great. And then the night two, we were at the Golden Circle in the front. So we had two vantage points, two different concerts essentially, right? So I was happy it worked out that way. And seeing her like after, all the different tours, like this version of Madonna, I felt was the first night, like what came to mind was joyful. Like she was just, it was just joyful. That was the word that came to mind. I don't know. I felt like her face was beaming. She was smiling. She was joking. Like she's really funny. I think we all forget how funny she is. Like, and she just like, it felt like she let a lot of stuff go, like and was enjoying herself. It wasn't, so cold. It wasn't preachy, like those past kind of things, right? We all know what it is. And, but I felt she was so joyful. Like I loved the way that she was just beaming at her kids and the dancers for that matter. Like just every time her kids looked at her and she looked at her kids, and she just had so much love. Right.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if her hospitalization that happened, I wonder if
what's really important. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that she just sort of, I would think that for anyone, if, if you were hospitalized and on the verge of dying and that you wake up and you realize you've gotten a second chance at life, I would think that the appreciation with your kids, the appreciation with the people that are around you, like that just must be, it just amplify.
Yeah. And I had some similar experience maybe about 8-9 years ago. I spent some time in the hospital. I was in there for a few weeks, it was pretty serious. And I remember when I came out finally, I was like, haha, like I'm like, okay, let's go, So I kind of related on a smaller scale, obviously, but and I felt like she was joyful. Joyful was the only word I could describe her on night one as well. And then on the second time, I thought she was beaming. Like I just thought I don't know, she's so happy.
Yeah, I think she's definitely. I think she's maybe, recovery. She wasn't as 100% when she started the tour, and I think now she's. It looks like she's feeling and she's moving so great compared to even just
more than maybe she thought, right?
Yeah, I think compared to some of the early footage that I had seen of her, even in London, for the London opening, it seems like she's got the routine down now. She knows the dance moves, and now she's super comfortable on stage, which is great.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, and she's having fun, and also realizing the stuff that she had, the songs that she has done are fantastic. And I'm tired of the word reinvention because I don't think it really applies here. I feel this time it's reborn. I feel like it's rebirth, right? Love that. I don't think, right? I don't think it's reinventing anymore. It's that's a tired phrase in my opinion, but
because I think she had done reinventions of her songs and performances in past tours, but I feel like she's appreciating the original song.
The original. Yeah.
She's
but it's not dated, no. It's not dated. It's still got that freshness to it for now, but it's maintained its core.
Well, right? Ironically, the fact that she's sort of paying homage to older moments that she's done, whether it be choreography or outfits or
just those little things,
the sounds of the song, the fact that she's doing that for the first time in who knows how long is almost like a reinvention, because she normally does not do that. She's always changing things to not sound like the original version. And now she's actually doing the original version, which is kind of oh, that's actually shocking considering that she hasn't done that.
Exactly. So. Yeah. And we appreciated it too, right? There were so many moments that were just beautiful, and to have both ends of the viewing experience was really great. I was just happy it worked out that way. The first night we were just kind of the shock, right? Because you're just it's there and the stages are there and everything's
well, and she's so close. Right? I mean, she's right there.
She's so close.
In fact, I think I saw a video of, I don't know who was, I think both of you were freaking out, or I think you were she's right there.
Yeah. And what were some of your experiences at that end box? You had some great ones.
During one of the songs, there was a dancer who high-fived me when I was putting my hand out.
Nice.
That was really fun.
Yeah, and Express Yourself was magical for me. That's one of my favorites. And it just happened to be right there, right? We were eye level, and we were just hugging each other and singing, and she was singing and we were singing. It was just that eye contact thing. And and Madonna actually gave a lot of little things right to Viv. We had the Vogue runway, the chairs all of a sudden showed up directly in front of us. I'm you're kidding. It was we were right in line to it. And, she gave it the 10, is this like that. And just
fun.
Stuff like that. All the little things, right? When you're close. I love being close. Those are the things I want to experience. I want to see her eyelashes. I want to see those little details, right? And then on the flip side, and so we had all those songs that were, centered down there, and that's what was the amazing experience. And then on the flip side, we had up at the front in the golden area, which was, when she comes out, it's amazing how many times I've seen her come out of a concert. It still gets me. It still's like, and, I'm hearing her say, "It's okay, mommy," because I'm just like, and, but she just looked like this, I don't know, magical alien angel goddess.
Yeah, we've been saying like a goddess for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And just the way her face, like just, I don't know, it all, the beadwork on her clothes, like on the robe, and just really it's intense. It was beautiful.
Well, that's what I love about being close is you get to see some of that detail in right up front in front of you, and also get to see that she is indeed a human being. You can see her sweat. You can see you see
the little giggles, the little skin. Eye contact with her dancers.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And the costumes, so I'm just a big fashion fan and in my work too as well. And we were just drooling over all the what the dancers were wearing as well. There was just so much stuff I recognized from, from fashion, from certain designers, the details. We were just over the moon about the lining, the pink lining inside the jacket.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
And we were talking about how can we recreate something like that, we were just very inspired with all the fashion.
I love the jackets that they wear, those black silk jackets that they wear during holiday.
Yeah.
I want one. I don't know where I'm going to wear it or how, but
you just need it.
It's just a necessity.
I kind of want to wear it as a house coat, we'll just wear it around the house,
Right. Yeah. It was so classy and perfect. Yeah. I loved it. Right. Yeah.
And I got to say, I love, so when I had seen her in DC, we were in the Sound Garden, what am I saying? The Sound Factory, not Black Hole Sun. We were in the Sound Factory pit, and there was a mom who had taken her, I think, 11 or 12-year-old daughter with her, and she was having a blast. I just love that we've sort of gotten to this point now where moms are able to bring their kids to a Madonna show, and it's kind of fun. I love that. I love that. Madonna has her kids in the show, which she's always done. I mean, since she's had kids that are old enough to do things, she's been putting them in the show. But I love that, they're really front and center in the show and really shining in what they're doing. And
and she just there's so much love there.
Totally.
It is just you feel it, it's just coming out everybody, and even with the dancers, they're just those dancers are mind-blowing.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. The amount of work that they put in to get to that point, all of them together, they have that chemistry.
They do actually. Liberty, our one of the co-hosts on the show, had mentioned to me that she feels like this group of dancers is one of the best groups she's had in a long time.
I feel the same. Yeah.
They feel cohesive, and they really feel like they're working together as a unit. Not that the other tours felt that way, but I think
totally.
I think what's different is this tour has them all working together a lot more frequently than some of the past shows. So, when you look at a show like Confessions, the women didn't show up. The women dancers didn't appear until an hour into the show.
And didn't really have much
to do until then. So I think that's where it's with this, there's, I think there's he's and she's and theys and thems all in this group that Madonna's got now, and they're all working beautifully together, and
they're so fast.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And then bang, another outfit's already on, and they're already doing this whole other elaborate choreography, right? It's just mind blowing. Aren't you tired? You just came off, and you're already on another one, and you're doing a whole other routine. It was just
well, and you know that's youth. That's
well, that's true. Yes, but yes. But it was,
it's really well prepared. Right?
Yeah, you have like so many things, like just bang, bang, bang to get it all organized.
All right, so let me ask. So, Ange, what were your 3 favorite moments from Celebration? What were like your top 3 numbers?
You know, I have a soft spot for the erotica section. Like, I just love like all the boxing robe and the nod to, you know, that photo shoot, but also I think girly show, right, with the boxers and the opening, right? And I just love that choreography, you know, where they go like this, like
I love when she's like, it's such a simple little move where they're just like waving their legs and their hips, and I love that. I love that movement.
Too. Like that just got me, right? And then eventually the explosion of Hung Up, like just when she's spinning around, like, and then all of a sudden again it just explodes, right? I just I just got chills. And then of course I really love the holiday. At the beginning where when the dancers are all like, da-na, da-na, right?
It's
like,
amazing.
I can watch it a million times.
I was so happy that she sampled the Chic song.
Yes.
You know, like I love that.
Nile Rodgers,
I love that I Want Your Love is in there. And it's so simple and so perfect and classic. And it fits so well with Holiday, and
I want the extended double remix.
Totally.
Everything right now.
Oh, and you got to see that right up close because you were in the front. I know.
That's why the 2 spots, right, were so great, because when we were at the other end of the catwalk, we were kind of like leaning down, trying to be like, okay, we can see it. And then the next night we saw all the things that we were not able to see from the end, right? Like, and vice versa.
Yeah. And Viv, what about you? What were your top 3 moments from the show?
I would also say Holiday. That was pretty great as well. And I almost cried with the opening because that was so magical. It's just rising from the stage and the stage also moving. Yeah. It was really incredible.
And Nothing Really Matters it's a great song. I mean, it's a beautiful song.
And at the beginning part, like, as you know, Bob was there kind of finishing up, and then she spotted, like, she started screaming, I could see her, like, before she came out, like, right? Like you could see.
And she was so close to our seats on the first night, right?
Yeah.
And it was, like, so close. You could see the face, the hair, the dress, the details. It was amazing.
Yeah. And what about what's your 3rd favorite moment from the show? So Holiday, Nothing Really Matters, and
I don't know.
You like Don't Tell Me, I think. Yeah, like one of your favorites too.
This is like one of the first songs I liked, right?
Of Madonna's was Don't Tell Me. Like in the car, like just again, over and over again. And when she was younger. So she was like going crazy for that, to see that choreography in person, you know, from the video.
Oh, it's fun.
It was like really close.
It was really close.
And you got to go on the stage, right? So I think I saw
for that tour thing. Yeah. It was,
what did you think? What did you think of the Immaculate VIP tour?
I appreciated it. It was something I did for myself. I had got that one treat and then met up with her and her dad after. So it was just I did it solo, and like my birthday's coming up, so it was kind of one of those things for myself that I did.
Treat yourself.
Treat myself. YOLO, right? And so the like all the descriptions about how like well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has it upcoming, but we got to go behind the stage, and I did see the rack of the holiday jackets that we were talking about earlier, and I was walking, and I was just kind of like side-eyeing and like, it's right there.
How can I fit one of these in my purse?
Yeah. I can almost touch it, but I'm not allowed to touch it, you know. And the sneak peek of the wigs, and then where all the dancers are, like all their like kind of cubbies and how everything's labeled. Like, I don't know how they all fit in there, but it's just wild. And then it loops back around, and then we ended up on the stage part and had all the explanations. And it's I always get the 2 pits mixed up with the names, so I've just been calling them the bed pit and the water pit, right? So
bed pit would be Danceteria.
Danceteria, yes.
Water pit is Sound Factory.
Right. So we were in the bed pit for a little bit, and then we went on top of where the bed comes out of kind of thing.
Fun.
Yeah, I felt like it was fantastic. It was just a lot of information was shared that I find fascinating as the behind the scenes and the construction and the details involved in there. So I appreciated it so much.
Nice.
I really did. It really meant a lot to do it.
Will you be seeing Celebration again, or was this it? It's Toronto and that's it.
Well, she for Viv, that was hers.
Yeah, that was all done.
And I'm going to be going to Montreal.
Nice. Okay, good. So you're going
last
again.
minute decisions, but my fantastic friends who are joining me and probably watching, I will be seeing Shauna and Michael and Dave as well that I just met. So in Montreal, and we're doing that. So I'm very excited, and that's just me. So I'm gonna.
Oh, that's you deserve
I'm really gonna miss
it,
her. She's a great partner in crime, and like we just had so many memories, and I was just clutching her the whole time, both nights, and it was just a dream come true, to be honest. So
yeah. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you both had fun. And were you happy with the set list in general? Was there any songs that you were like, oh, I really wish you would have done that?
No, I consider it like they thought it out, and I respect it. So, like I always wanted to see Bad Girl live. And so anytime there was a post saying, oh, what songs do you want? I was always like, Bad Girl, right? Just because random, right? So then when it turned up, I'm like, wait a minute, did she read my post? But yeah, no, I think it was well thought out, like just organized. Like I have nothing to switch. No.
Nice.
No, it's the way it's meant to be, right?
Viv,
she's giving us what she wants us to have. So
what about you? Was there a song that you were like, oh, I wish Madonna would have sang that?
No, I think the song list was actually pretty great. It was well organized, well put together. It was it was good.
Yeah, I mean, if I have any, I don't want to say anything negative, but the one number I just didn't resonate with, and I think it's because we were on the floor, was Bedtime Stories. I was not, and I think it's because I always in the back of my mind remember that Eurovision or
with the flowy hair,
with the wind and the two dancers and the dress, and to me that's like the pinnacle for that song. So it was cool, and I see why it's there and how it leads into Ray and stuff. But if there's one, I would say that one.
Yeah. I often wonder if maybe I think what they're doing with Bedtime Story is kind of cool, that she's laying on the box and then it makes it look like she's moving and I love that. But and again, this is sort of the fun of having a Madonna podcast, is we get to spend time, just dreaming and hypothesizing, theorizing. Well, what if? I was like, you just had me think. I'm like, well, you weren't resonating with Bedtime Story. And I'm like, what would have made you resonate? And I was like, you know what? If she had started Bedtime Story on the very front where she opens with Nothing Really Matters, if she was standing there and started that song, and then they had her floating through the air, just on like a wire or something, just floating through the air with her windswept hair, whatever. And then eventually she makes it to the cube so that way she can get in the box to float around for Ray of Light. But I'm like, I wonder if Madonna flying, I mean, that gets me, so I wonder if that might have.
But the box was like her up in that box. I mean,
that's
there was
high.
Times when she was directly above us, when we were at the end, and I'm like, that box isn't very wide, and it's open on both sides, and I'm like concerned, but it was just a little bar, and she's hooked to the thing. And it wasn't very wide. And then with Ray of Light, she's like,
moving
raving
around.
around. And I'm like,
crazy.
Okay, can you just I'm having a panic moment right now. Hold on to the bar.
I know. I mean, she's got that little security wire onto her belt, but I'm like, that's like, she's still going to dangle if she slips, it's crazy. I know. I don't. God bless her, because I when I was underneath her looking up there, I'm like, I would not be up there.
No way. No way. Oh my gosh. Even the cake is pretty high at the end.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, you're just you. It's just you up there.
I know. So I get to see her again in Philadelphia from the very front. I'm like right by the front stage. So I'm excited to see Nothing Really Matters and Everybody and Holiday and Like a Prayer and like all Bitch I'm a Madonna, like all those front numbers that
the nun outfit. Like,
I'm so excited to like, I know that like for most of the show, she'll be facing away from me because that, you know, like when she's,
you know what?
Was it okay?
And I had that feeling, right? Like, so after the first night, I was like, I feel like that's going to be better than the second night at the Golden, right? Like that was my worry. But then I didn't feel like either one was better than the other.
Okay.
And I felt like when you're in the Golden, like, I felt like we were constantly turning around, like just our body, we had to like turn, like everything was going on around you a bit, right? Yeah. So like you're looking at the front and the back and everything, right? So the only thing you know, for the Golden like that, I would change maybe is like no seats. Because honestly, the seats were like really so cramped. And like I had a gentleman that was, you know, quite tall and stuff, which was fine. That's going to happen. Yeah. But I couldn't like dance or move, or we couldn't like jump around and all of that stuff. So I felt like
that's what was great about the pits is that you could move. You know, like at one point I was like, oh, I want to dance to this. Oh, I can. And then there was space for me to just get crazy and dance. So
So I wish that would be my change for that area. Would be like, because all you know, holiday group, get into the groove, all of that's right in there, right? And what an opportunity for everyone to jump around and right? Dance and all that, right? Agreed.
Well, maybe next time, next tour, right?
Hopefully she comes back around, right? Selfishly.
Here's hoping. I'm assuming this is not the last we've seen of her on the road.
I think so. I think she's got at least another one, if not more. Yeah, so. Agreed. Hopefully.
We'll see. Look, I don't want to take up too much of your Sunday night, but before you go, there's a little segment we like to call the lightning round. And these answers are just meant to be quick off the top of your head, wherever you're at in your Madonna journey. Don't think too hard. So we'll go Ange, then Viv. So favorite Madonna song, Ange?
Express Yourself.
Viv?
Get Into the Groove.
Okay. Favorite Madonna album?
Ray of Light. I think you like... She's going to say all of them.
I'm not good at picking.
Which one do you think has the most favorite songs on it? That's how I usually rate. Like,
Confessions on a Dance Floor.
Good choice. Favorite Madonna music video?
Oh man. Express Yourself. I'm going to say that again because I always think of that lime green dress and the holding the cat and all the things,
so
right?
Beautiful. That's so 90s, but like perfect.
Yes, exactly.
And Viv, what about you?
I think Dress You Up. I think that's
from Virgin Tour.
Yeah.
Oh, very classic. I love that. Favorite Madonna tour?
I'm going to say Celebration for me.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm also going to say Celebration because I haven't seen that much other tours.
Well, it doesn't have to be one that you were in person for, but But you've seen her twice at the places that you saw her in the venue. I would Celebration probably as well. Yeah. Favorite Madonna movie?
I'm going to say Evita. I know that's
nice.
You know why? Because we saw that in the theater when it came out, right? Like when you watch it now and you're watching it on the TV, it's different. But like in the theater, it was like grand.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. That scene at the Kasarosada, I mean, it was just epic to watch. I
love the when she's wearing that dress and it's she's coming up the stairs in the white dress with the High Flying Adored. That one, which is great. So. And she's got the hair up in the butt. Like that's my favorite look of her. It was stunning.
Viv, have you seen many Madonna movies, Viv?
Not really, but I kind of saw one recently called League of Your Own.
Oh, League of Their Own. Very good. Well, so, Ange, that's your homework assignment next is to start introducing Desperately Seeking Susan. Who's that girl? Dick Tracy. I mean, there's some, who's that girl? I mean, Nikki Finn forever. Come on. You know, like,
yes, absolutely.
This is like a Nikki Finn stan podcast. We can't get enough of her, but, All right. So, Ange, you sort of almost answered this. Favorite Madonna look? This could be from a movie, a tour, a music video, a photo shoot.
Too many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, oh gosh, this is too much. This is
I was
tough.
gonna say there's a bunch of looks behind you.
I know, but you know what? I'm gonna just say I know I said express yourself earlier, so it's the lime green dress. I'm obsessed with that since I saw that video 3 decades ago, and I'm gonna stick with that answer.
Okay. Viv, what about you? Is there a favorite Madonna look that you like?
I like the Vogue.
The Vogue, yeah.
Vogue, yeah. I mean, Vogue she's beautiful. You know, it's iconic Madonna. Well, thank you both so much for joining me on the show. I'm glad we were able to get you both on, and I'm glad that you both enjoyed the tour and got to have those wonderful up close moments with Madonna. Do you want to share your socials so they can follow you along, or
I'll do it after.
Be careful what you're getting into, because the Madonna fans are very rabid fans. So
we'll do it after if we.
Sure. And remember, everybody, you can find MLVC on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast, and don't forget, if you've not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, tick that subscribe button so you never miss a video. We're going to be going live with people like Ange and Viv in the future for more Celebration tour reviews. You won't want to miss that. Until next time, Ange, Viv, thanks so much. Don't hang up, but just say goodbye to all the lovely people watching and listening at home.
Goodbye.
Bye, goodbye. Yes. Mm-hmm.
The ground.
There. Everywhere you turn. That's going to be stuck in my head.